You're listening to the Kilcullen Diary podcasts, stories in sound from a village grown bigger. Hello, I'm Brian Byrne, and this is Kilcullen Diary. Located in the former Customs House of Limerick, there's a compact gem of a museum that is the legacy of a family who loved art, archaeology and design. John and Gertrude Hunt left their diverse and amazing personal collection in a trust so that it could be accessible to everyone in the generations which came after them. John Hunt met his German-born wife in London in the 1930s, and they set up what turned out to be a highly successful antiques shop. As their stock in trade and their own personal favourites collection grew, they became advisors to the famous Sotheby's Art Auction House and to the owners of many international collections. They came to live in Ireland at the outbreak of World War II, living initially at Lough Gur in County Limerick. John involved himself in archaeology, working on the important site at Lough Gur as well as other key excavations in Ireland and later in the UK. He and Gertrude continued to acquire art and craft that attracted their passion. The scale and breadth of the collection grew to such that in their later years the Hunts wanted it kept intact. When the Irish government of the day declined an offer of the some 2,000 pieces of art and archaeological treasures, the Hunt Museum Trust was established in 1974, under the chairmanship of the late Dr. Tony Ryan, with involvement of the University of Limerick, Shannon Development, Limerick Corporation, the Irish government and local business interests. The 18th century former Customs House was acquired. It was refurbished and fitted out to provide displays and information to the most modern museum standards. Set over 3 floors and a basement, the Hunt Museum was opened in 1997, just 2 years after the death of Gertrude Hunt. Her husband had predeceased her 21 years previously. Visitors to the museum who have no previous knowledge of it or its treasures will find it a captivating experience. A time-travelling journey from prehistoric Europe through medieval times, all the way to the current special display of the fashion work of designer Sybil Connolly, marking the centenary year of her birth. But it is the extraordinary range of the interests the Hunts had in the artefacts and art of ancient, middle and latter times in the history of Europe that leaves its most lasting impression. There's a wonderful collection of tools from the Stone and Bronze Ages, as well as earthenware and stoneware that brings us on journeys through ancient Greece, Rome and Egypt. Carvings and jewellery from the Middle and later eras are displayed, with the ironwork jewellery fashionable in Prussia in the 19th century just one of the surprises in store. There are artworks by Picasso, Renoir, Roderick O'Connor, Jack B. Yeats, Robert Fagan, William Leach and Henry Moore, and an iconic piece by Limerick's own Sean Keating, whose Night Candles Are Burnt Out depicts Ireland in transition to a modern industrial nation. The exhibits relating to early Christian art are especially fascinating. John Hunt had a particular interest in crucifix figures, on which he was considered a leading authority. And there are fine examples of crucifix and rosary from the 12th through to the 17th centuries. The final section of the permanent collection is a beautiful exploration of Christian art and treasure from all over Europe. Apart from giving the opportunity to appreciate the work of craftspeople and artists from even prehistoric times, going through the compact but superbly presented floors of the Hunt Museum is to experience the results of the curiosity, fascination and often down and dirty in the ground commitment of the Hunts to bringing together a legacy of the best of mankind's creativeness. It is so worth a visit. I'm Brian Byrne, this is Kilcullen Diary, and thanks for being here with me.